and Maras, how do you do? This is my podcast and it's just for you. It's called Ted Talks and it's a load of shite, but I hope you enjoy it because I've kept it like it's about an hour long and all about Teesside, the people, the places and the borough pride.
Oh, welcome. Good evening, everybody out there in podcast land. Welcome to Ted Talks, the Thursday night show that has only ever been described by three people as shit and many more people as proper class. So that's good, isn't it? You know what I mean? So welcome to the show tonight. We've got some news stories to go through as per usual. We're going to have a bit of a chat with you, get some feedback from you. You know, just we'll have a chat about whatever you want. That's the way it goes. It's an easy show. Don't know why we're next doing that like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to bring my good mate in. Please give a nice warm welcome to Mala.
All right, Ted.
All right, mate.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I see Broadback had to go cutting your hair as well.
No, well, that's the problem, mate. My hair's getting too long now, so I'm having to like put it up in some type of Daniel LaRusso Karate Kid sort of headband. You know what I mean? It looks good, doesn't it?
It looks more like, do you remember, like when a footballer gets his head cut and they have to whack one of them round him? It looks more like that.
Someone's just said I look like Cliff Splifford.
Cliff Splifford.
Hi. All right, Graham.
All right, Graham.
Nolan, Kate. Oh, Jason. Awesome. Yeah, what's this? Hey, Ted. Now shielding is finished. Do you get more access to over 80s diabetic flange? We'll answer that one later, Steve. Let's not get out ahead of ourselves. You know what I mean? Let's address something here. Mala,
well,
you've had an haircut. What's going on?
Do you like it? Our lass did it. She's class, isn't she? Do you know what I mean, Teesside? Our lass did it.
She's doing a side mouth there.
Yeah.
Was it really our lass, or was it like a Turkish man?
Well, no. Well, she looks a bit like a Turkish man, but it was our lass.
All right, yeah.
You can tell it's our lass. Look, she's done it longer there than it is there. But I quite like that. I think it adds to me look.
It matches your lower eye.
Exactly. I'm in proportion now. Anyway, Ted, I've just come back from a proper class run. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm going to get myself fit, Anna, for the summer. Because you know what I mean. That big party's on in it.
Well,
come to Coachella, and I want to be there with my top off.
People that are expecting me and you to be sat outside the Dickens with our British Bulldog tattoos out.
Well, you better get one first. But well, I will. I'll do it. But yeah, I went on a proper long run. So if you did see me, I was running around a little village called Stainton, which isn't far from Thornaby, but I like to call it Posh Hemlington because I think it is Posh Hemlington.
Hemlington,
yeah. Well, But anybody who lives there, they know the crack. That's exactly what it is. No matter how many fancy cars they have.
If you've just joined the show, I'm wearing a headband because my hair's getting too long there. Someone just said the headband looks like Big Fat Julie's wedding garter. No, you'll find that's more like a fabric hula hoop. And it can just go.
It'd be over your shoulders, Ted, wouldn't it? It'd be stuck over here. It'd be massive if it was that.
Let's have a look here. Now then, lads. Hello, Gillian.
Now then.
I look like someone in a better version of the Call on Me video, Ted. Now, that'd be class, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't think that is. Do you know what I think you look a bit more like? Your favourite, Rob C. Nesbitt. Do you remember when you were a kid and you always wanted to be
talking pish?
He was class, man. Yeah, I loved Rob C. He was brilliant. That was probably, Ted, right? That was probably my favourite soap opera. Do you know, like, because it was like a Scottish version of EastEnders, wasn't it?
It wasn't a soap opera. I've just had to reread that. Hang on. Neil Podgy Preston put a proper council cut. But I had to reread that because I thought there was an N after that U. I was going to say, come on, there's no need for that.
Close, yeah, I look like one of them Peaky Blinders. Do you know, like one of the dead scruffy ones that just sits in the pub? I'm not talking about one of the main lads. I'm just talking about, you know what I mean? Yeah. Can you give us a couple of quid for a Guinness? That one of them lads.
I seen you earlier on walking in the Chinese shop going, "Where's my chicken chow mein?"
Well, no, that was brought back. I told you she's big. These have the same haircut.
Like that.
So if you see her cutting about, you know what I mean? We look a bit like the Proclaimers at the minute.
We do
Which is
a bit.
good.
We could do a good band, me and you, like this. Like I'm like the attractive, sort of, a little bit cool and hippie, like when we had band, and you're the one who nonces kids.
It's a bit harsh, Ted. Yeah, I thought we were going to be like Hall and Oates, but like another version. You wouldn't have it, would you? You wanted to be Oates when you were actually Hall, and everyone knew it.
Well, you've got some appreciation here from Neil Paddy there. Mallet, top flange cut there, mate. So that's good. What's this? Fuck me, it's the Karate Kid's dad and Alan Carr's love child. Evening, gents. Very true.
All right.
Evening, Mick. Do that, Rabsy. Again, fuck me. Was he from India? Good impression, that. You talk to me like that, sunshine. What's that?
That was, do you know what? I prefer your Jim McDonald when you're doing accents that are more regional, to be honest, Ted.
That's right. So does there, Elizabeth.
That's the one.
That's the one, yeah. Stevenson, don't be down your mother like that. So does.
Yeah, I was watching one of them old ones. Do you remember that the girl who grew up and he was married to him, she was also a hooker?
Well, that was Band of Gold, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know. I thought it was Coronation Street.
Speaking of soaps, you've mentioned it a few times there, and on yesterday's podcast that we did, me and Mallow went into a nice rant about almost ranking the soap operas in top flange. And I think we agreed Emmerdale was the winner, closely followed by Corrie, and EastEnders coming in at steady third. Hollyoaks isn't classed as a soap. That's just like a youth club with but with legal-looking lasses in it. So we didn't include that one, did we? But it was good. Check it out on the on like iTunes and Spotify and that, you dickheads.
We did, but right, we only probably mentioned the big lads there. You know what I mean? You call your EastEnders and that, and your Emmerdale and your Coronation Street. But what about some other stuff? Because there must have been other ones that you liked.
I used to like a bit of Crossroads, right? Because I always thought, right, I'd love to, if I worked in that Crossroads hotel, the amount of flange I'd be doinking, right? Be unbelievable. I'd be like in it every night, me, like, you know what I mean?
Well, there's all them beds there. I used to work in a hotel once, and there was.
I remember you used to work in the post house, didn't you?
I did. I used to work in the post house. Yeah, post house was proper naughty. Back in the day.
Remember that Christmas party we went to?
Proper naughty, the post house. Well, the staff used to bang all the time. It was class. Not me, like I wasn't. I was a good lad.
I was. I
just used to hand out the free rooms.
If you're wondering what's going on, there's loads of side mouths going on Teesside there. Soap operas. Any of the viewers, have you got any favourite soap operas? I reckon if Mally's watching, he'd probably like a bit of El Dorado.
Well, I.
You know what I mean? Well, someone just put fucking Countdown. You know what I mean? We're talking about soap operas.
Well, maybe it is a soap opera for him, you know what I mean? Proper high drama.
EastEnders, would you lads spit roast or cotton asking for a mate? Which end would you prefer from Dot?
Do you remember when we were down Shoreditch, Ted, and I outsmoked her in a competition?
Yeah.
I was on the Berkeley Bombers and I was just hammering one after another outside. Yeah. She dropped at the end. It was class. And
I had an earring with a crossing like that. She went, "Oh, you look like my Nick."
You're waiting for the bloke
to she turned into Russell Brand, like. You know what I mean? But Brookside, I like that one where Anna Frail did a bit of that. I like that. That was good.
I like the one which Craig Charles was in. You know, with the robot and the other lad. Who
Robot was.
No, he was in that as well, wasn't he? No,
he was the one where, wasn't he?
The one where there was a cat and there was a robot and a hologram. That was class, that one.
Red Dwarf.
Well, I don't think you can politically call him that now. But he was.
You're allowed to call him dwarf. You can't call it red midget. I'm not saying it.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, you see, don't be upsetting people. We already upset deaf people on the podcast.
Mally listened to the podcast. And, there's a clip of we've got Mallow when he went on Mastermind. There's also one where I went on Britain's Got Talent as well on the podcast. So do give it a listen. It's very good, isn't it? Yeah.
I hold the record, don't I, Ted? The quickest contestant on Mastermind.
Quickest contestant on Mastermind, and I'm the only person ever to windmill me cock on Britain's Got Talent. So check it out. It's singing Racker. What's this, Red Dwarf? Yeah, Casualty and Holby are soaps. Yeah, but the shit ones, you know what I mean? And the only ones you get in them. The only ones you get in them they're normally having babies.
Yeah, right. Call the midwife. I thought, there's going to be loads of flange in that. There wasn't. You didn't see out. Just loads of fat birds getting pregnant and giving birth. And that woman as well, what's she called? Right, Ted? It was like a comedian, but she's about 10 foot tall and she's built like Broadback.
Oh, she was not that fucking Miranda.
Yeah, she was in Call the Midwife as well. I mean, honestly, that was the most upsetting one guy ever had. I mean, I still had it, but it is what it is.
Mate, I had to have a difficult one over the weather the other day where Lucy got to see me.
I thought you were going to say the bloke I fight TV.
No, I just wasn't happy about the actual weather, and it was annoying me a little bit, like she was saying about some cold front coming, and I just kept looking at the beautiful long black hair and thinking, it's all right, Lucy. And then I spaffed.
And then there was a cold weather front came in, didn't it?
Yeah, I had a warm tummy front.
This isn't me being sexist or rude, right? Because honestly, I love all the ladies and I love everybody, right? But ITV need to sort out the state of their weather girls, especially on the regional one. I mean, we've got some proper flange in the northeast. I want to see decent girls.
Yeah. There's one of them at the minute who pops up on ITV, right? And she's probably a very lovely lady, but she looks like Bridget Nielsen in Rocky IV if she just went on a diet of steroid and pie.
Well, right, this is the thing, right? Do you want to see, right? Because all the girls would be like, don't be sexist. All right, then, let me present the news. All right, it's Mella presenting the news here, you know what I mean? I'm not your sexy news flangey man, am I? Look, just sitting with me. That was the news tonight. All right. You proper knacks me solid. Put me top back on.
Bloody hell, I've just had to turn the brightness down on my screen now when you got that chest out.
That's why I've been running, Ted. We need to get ready for Council Coachella.
I know, mate. This is why I'm going for my festival look at the minute. I'm going, I've got my headband on. You know what I mean? I went for some sort of multicoloured Calvins. Look at them. So the lasses know.
They look like them Calvins look like they haven't been washed in about 6 years.
No, look clean on. Right, we haven't addressed a couple of these sort of things. Home and away. Would you have had a little go on? That one who had the really square John Travolta face.
Yeah, she was in it for years as well. Of course I would. Don't be silly.
I used to like the one. I used to like the one who was sort of half Greek or half Cypriot.
Well, I did. Do you know, right, on Neighbours, do you remember the one that was like a middle-aged woman, but she was quite plump, but she was gorgeous?
Susan Kennedy. Are you on about Cheryl Stark?
Well, I had a bit of go on that all day, every day, twice on Sunday as well.
Oh, I tell you, mate. Remember when I once dated a girl who looked like Libby Kennedy?
Yeah.
And one of my mates, he used to love Libby Kennedy, and he was going, "Wow, you bastard! I can't believe you're going out with Libby Kennedy."
You tried to get a look like Craig McLaughlin. Do you remember? I
had the double denim and the guitar on my back.
Well, is that what you called her? I thought she was called something else.
What else have we got here then? What's going on?
Cup here, Ted.
You what, mate?
I'm drinking out of the wrong cup. It's all the prep's all over tonight. Hang on. There you go.
That's better. There we go. I've got my nice Beatles one. Look at that. There we are. Good one, that. Right, well, let's look at a couple of news stories. We'll come back to the soaps in a minute, because clearly it's getting the audience moist who are watching tonight. So I've got a news story here that's cropped up. Before we do, there's obviously loads of grasses going on. Loads of grasses. Got to flag that. Just be careful out there. You know what I mean? If you'd like to just share this stream as well, I'll be honest. I've not posted last week's yet, but I will do. I've got your addresses.
Boys and girls, it's a Ponzi scheme. He's selling your details onto people. I've seen him do it. But it's not Lennon bad. It's a milkman. That's who he's selling it on. You're going to start getting random bottles of milk left.
Good one, that one. Looking at. I should get one made of you, Mala, but just that one where you've got your top off. You know what I mean?
Just photocopy a picture of William Regal in his prime. And just put my head on it, and it's about the same.
Yeah, do the exact same thing with me, but with Kamala.
Jimmy Snooker with that headband.
Right, first news story. This is a good one, Mala. What is this bike seat bee garden? What's all this about?
Can I go, Ted? Can I go? Yeah, Osborne's in Yam. Sort it out, right? You've got loads of bee at you, right? You do redo your bee garden, and it does look class, by the way, and I will be having a pint in it as soon as we can. But you've got on your back wall 10 bike seats. Have a look at the picture. If you do, have a look now, boys and girls. 10 bike seats on the wall for people to sit on, right? That's going to be carnage after a night out and all the flanges about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, or worse comes to worse. Some bloke sits down on it, pissed and cracks a bollock. I tell you now, the HSE are going to be involved there.
Mate,
you know what I mean? It's dangerous.
I mean, I once got banned out with GLGs on Lanehouse Road for sniffing the bike seats.
Well, so exactly.
Imagine what I'll get up to at Osborne's in Yarm.
I think it's a unique selling point. Do you think, we haven't got flange bike seats here, let's get them on. Or is it because every tit in Yarm likes to ride a bike? So they're like, oh, yeah, we'll come in and after we've had a bike, we'll go and have a cappuccino in Osborne's. Well, they do that as well, but that's like later.
Hey, I got on a bike seat, mate. Gives a croggy with a key. I've got a serious question here about this. Do you have to wipe down the bike seat like you do when you get to the gym?
Sanitize, man, of course you will.
Because I'm not being funny. You go to the gym, you get sweaty ass and you get sweaty flaps and stuff like that. Right? But in Osborne's, you're going to be seeing loads of buck lads and loads of fine lasses and stuff like that. And I know lasses, they get a little bit drippy down there when they see me. And when I see a nice lass, my arsehole drips.
But that's why your porn name was Mr. Drippy. Do you remember?
Mate, I'm the Mr. Man book that got banned.
It's a good point though, because if someone gets excited on them seats, it could be very bad for business or very good. I think Osborne's are going to do a cracking trade. Well done, Osborne's.
Mate, we got someone's putting you on about helmets.
Helmets might get damaged while you sit on that as well.
Damaged, mate. Honestly, you will, yeah. Paul Hills is saying 2 grown men talking about wanking over weather girls. Keep up with that.
I like you said grown men, it's because you can see.
Charlie, you've missed so much tonight. We've talked about soap opera flange. We've talked about bike seats being moist. You're going to have to catch up on it. Do you know what I find funny about this show, Mala? Right, is you get loads of dials who end up watching it after it's finished, and they start commenting loads of things like that. And the other week, someone was commenting, and then someone just wrote, "Ted, will you fucking answer me comments?" And the other go, "The show finished 2 hours ago. You didn't."
Ted, you need to constantly keep above your you know what I mean, your social media presence. That's why I don't have one, because I'm a lazy bastard. And I don't do anything.
Sometimes a question drops in that goes against the narrative, and I'm gonna put it out there for you, Mala. Would you pump it? Would you pump staging?
Right, I tell you what. Right, if she wasn't such a horrible little jock, I would. But I'm serious. Right, take all our money just to say they don't want to be part of the UK anymore. Well, don't be part of the UK staging. Why don't you piss off?
Stick your black up your flange.
Well, but if in other circumstances I would have, you know what I mean? If she was from Norton, then there's no problem. And I'm not xenophobic because I don't mind Scottish people. It's just her. It's just me heading. That was quite a serious one. Anyway,
I'll be honest, mate. I'll be honest. I'd rattle it deep.
Deep. Yeah, but she'd like complain about it afterwards. She'd be going, "That wasn't good Scottish cock. I wanted, that's why she wants separating."
Oh, I want the Scottish cock.
Can you do the accent? I want to get a scorecard out.
I'm just so glad we don't border any countries that would be offended by that.
Not bothered anyway. Come on. Yeah, away Scotland. You've only got to York last time, fannies. Come to town, come to Borough. Do you know what I mean? We're all over it.
Back to the bike seat beer garden. Duncan Phillips has asked there, do they have one big enough for Mala's ass? Be loads of people walking out like John Wayne. Well, when I'm out in Yarm, there's a lot of them like that anyway at the end of the night, Andrew, I'll be honest.
If you are sat in the right position and there's girls on there, you are going to see loads of flange. Honestly, lads. Do you know, opposite the beer garden, there'll just be loads of lads like doing loads of side mouth on the wall going, "Yeah, look at that one. Look at that. Whoa." Ted's right. If Julie sat
over there. Oh, let's stop for a pint. Oh.
Ted's right. If our Julie sits on like the middle of one of them, her arse cheeks will naturally flap down and touch the floor, and it looked like she sat in a tent because it'll just go down like at the sides.
Did she bring the wall down? You know what I mean? Oh God. It's bad enough,
do you think Osborne's are going to give us a free pint for all this advertising we're doing for him, Ted?
I think we should, yeah. I think Osborne's, if they want me and Mallet to come down in some cycling gear and sit on next like 12 pints each, we'll do that, won't we?
Well, and if you want to give me a free rally activator, I'll have one of them as well, because class is brilliant.
Mallet wants, he wants them little wheels on it, is what they're called.
Stump pegs?
No, not stump pegs.
Which
little wheels for learning on what go on the side.
Oh, stabilizers, Ted.
Stabilizers, yeah. You can have stabilizers. Now on Spooky Doggies on man.
Well, are you sure you haven't took a knock on the head?
I don't know. So, a couple more comments here. Oh yeah, Andrew Park. Ted, you did a birthday message for Brad Todd, aka Tash. I did a birthday message for him from his lovely wife Natalie. Happy birthday, Brad Todd. You offshore Doyle.
What's the crypto currently up? All the way off to offshore lads know that.
Yeah. How's it going with your cryptocurrency?
The crypto on there.
Oh yeah, lads, you want to get yourself on that fucking Bitcoin, you know what I mean?
Well, I cashed out me the other day. Genuinely, Ted's right. I bought 300 quid's worth. It went up to 330, cashed out, paid the brokerage 25 quid, made a fiver. Well, that's a gain, that, you know what I mean? Marginal gain, that's what it is.
Anyway, bike seats. Someone's put there, Steve, you could have a proper ball vagina on a seat like that. I've never came across a ball vagina.
That's a ball one. But I think these bike seats are going to be class now. Now everyone's excited. Sitting sides.
That's it, yeah.
Well, Ted, you've just...
At least now we know why all the bike seats have been nicked from the Butter Bike Park. There we go.
Could be.
Are we ready for our next news story? I think we are.
I like that one. Go on then.
It was a good one, that one. But this is a very important one, I think. We've already talked about Grow Up the Soap opera star. But what about Woodgate on Friday for the Borough fans watching?
Well, I'm telling you now, we're going to go down there and we're probably going to get beat because it's just known our luck. But I hope it goes down and just, I want to win this one, right? We're probably not going to beat Watford on Monday, but I just want to beat Woodgate. And I quite like Jonathan Woodgate. Before everyone starts going, "Oh, yeah, he's one of our own." I know he's one of our own, and I do like him, but he was just a shite manager for us. So and he kept on going, "Tables lying, doubt it. We're not having it, are we, Ted? Did we lose today? No, doubt it. League's lying."
That's right. We did our best today, don't we? But Table doesn't lie, does he?
I know. Andy once gave me a bat in the arena, and I wasn't happy with that either. Do you remember, Ted?
It was Was it the arena or was it the Empire?
It was the Empire.
In the Empire in the Voodoo Lounge. We got into a fight with him and a load of his boxing mates, didn't we?
Well, aye.
Safe to say, I got a nice scar on me.
Well, I got away scot-free because you know what I mean, lads.
Look at them. Look at them fucking guns.
Hey, I'm telling you, she's been feeding me right up. I'm going to be a machine when we go out next time, Ted.
Adrian thinks we're going to lose.
No, we're going to win, man.
I hope Woodgate becomes Floodgates. Very good. I do too as well. I think personally, I think we'll do well. You know, I think we'll get a draw.
I know, right? Yeah,
6-0.
You've not been watching much of the Borough this season, Ted, have you? No. I think we'll win, right? And I just have a feeling, you know why, right? Because where are we playing, Ted? Where are we playing?
Bournemouth.
And who lives down that neck of the woods?
That's Slag I met in Tenerife.
Neil Warnock.
All right.
So he'll have gone home for the weekend, won't he? And the lads will have flew down and he'll have got some nookie off his missus. And then he'll be coming into the changing rooms and then he'll be like, away, lads. Won't he? He'll be class.
I think so, yeah.
Hey, come on, hey, it's only fucking Woodgate. Let's get in there and smash the long head, twat.
We're going to win, believe, says Sophie. I think so, yeah. What's to say? Hero should never come back to manage your own team. Let's look at Mogger. Let's look at Southgate. Let's look at Woodgate.
Let's look
at Gordon Strachan. No, let's not look at
Hero shouldn't. That's why I hope Phil Stamp never gets a Borough job. Do you know what I mean? Because it'd ruin it for me because he's probably up there in the top 3. Do you know what I mean? Phil Stampy, well, he's a hero man. I mean, he was class. He looked like he could just come out of the Dickens Inn most of the time. He was in the pitch. He was class. Wicked Stampy, man.
I'm not sure who I'd like. I mean, the only person who I'd like to come back and manage Middlesbrough, who used to play for Middlesbrough, is Nigel Pearson. That would be my only choice.
No, I tell you who I'd have Gianluca Festa. Because he was class.
Assistant manager Vladimir Kinder.
He would definitely start sex trafficking if them were in charge of the
physio Nemeth.
You know, Vladimir Kinder is the type of name that has a sex operation on the continent and he gets girls in through containers on T-Sport. I mean, I'm not saying I know this.
Are you saying he's an Eastern European trafficker?
He just looks like one. Hey, Ted, how good would that be? You know, like if they do a TV show like that, and it's like one of them dead sexy ones that they're doing at the minute about cops, but it's just starring me and you, and it's about Vladimir Kinder, sex trafficking using T-Sport.
I'll be using the free part.
He's getting free flanging through the free port.
He's smuggling flanging through the free port.
I don't know why you'd speak like that on it, Ted.
I don't know. Oh, let's have a look at another news story. We don't have any. That's it.
There's no
Ted,
there's no going on Teesside this at the minute. There's no going on.
I've got to tell you something, right? Tonight, I planted 65 Portuguese laurels in my front garden, right? You know what I mean? And all the way through it, my arse was hanging out with it all in my underpants.
Well, I know this. I know that happened. I know that happened because people were texting me saying, I can see your arsehole. And I said, don't call him that. He's a good mate of mine. Do you like it?
Harsh.
Proper joke.
Someone's made a good suggestion here.
Is it about Vladimir?
Souness?
I love Souness, me. He's class. But like one of my heroes, right? I know you didn't play for the Borough, but I love Roy Keane, me, because he's just mental. And I think Souness is a bit like that. He'd just be mental. Do you know what I mean? You can't get away with that.
If Souness just like ran in the middle of the pitch and put like a flag in the middle,
manager when he played Fenerbahce, and
get your Parmos from Borough Pizzas,
just stuck it in. And Souness also once played somebody who said he was your man Thingy Weir's brother, George Weir's brother, but he was nothing to do with him, and he couldn't even play football. So they got him on a trial. He stuck him on the bench for Southampton and put him on, and took him off 7 minutes later, and it was in a Premier League game. So have a look at that. That's how mad Souness is. He didn't even bother. He was just like, yeah, get him in. He says he's George Weir's cousin. You could see Vladimir Kinder's cousin and probably get a game.
if any football teams are looking for new players, I am available on a Bosman at the minute. I'm serious. I don't have a team at the moment, and I'm dying to get playing again. So let me know.
I'm also available on a croggy, which is like where I'll come on the back of someone, on the front of someone's handlebars.
We're not talking about fucking bike seats again, you know what I mean? Guys, just got to say, check out the podcast. If you've just joined, the podcast is live on iTunes, Spotify, all them places. Mala's on Mastermind on it. I'm on Britain's Got Talent. We talk about soap opera flange. It's a cracking episode, so give it a listen, give it a share.
We also talk about challenging times in football matches.
Are we allowed to talk about this, do you think?
Well, of course you are.
I know we talked about it on the podcast, but me and Mala used to play football down at Soccer Sensations, and we used to play against a team that had hearing difficulties.
They were deaf, all of them.
You can't say that.
I'm not taking the mic. They were deaf, right? And they had some smart deaf girls as well, like proper fit, and they used to all come. Right, who out there played in Soccer Sensations against the deaf lads? Because they always used to have a scrap, didn't they?
They were dirty bastards.
Well,
not in hygiene. I mean, that's got nothing to do with hearing, has it? I mean, like, they were just football-wise, they would just kick you. And
well,
then,
like, whistle, Ted, that's what they was. So carried on.
They couldn't need a whistle, could they?
Oh, I just did that.
Is that what you've just done?
I got you back for my dong.
I've been writing that one all day.
I got you back for the dong joke the other day.
Yeah, you did, yeah. But it's true, like, they just wouldn't stop because they couldn't need a whistle, and it was like, what are you doing, you silly bastards? They can lip read.
You know, with your teeth, though, I could never understand what you were talking about.
Yeah, well, when I started fucking Suarez biting them all, there was some shut up in there.
Well, I was class.
I'm glad we got through that conversation there, Mala, without once doing an impression. Well done.
It was so hard, but I just know we'd get banned off everything if I did, so I'm not going to. But the class
said, Ted, I heard they called you Splinter because she would always on the bench. Incorrect, Tony. It's because I look like a kung fu rat.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't know this, right? But Ted, for his ungainly looking skills, he was actually pretty good at football, weren't you, Ted?
I still am.
Yeah, he was good. It was actually me that used to sit on the bench, but not because I was crap. It's just because I used to like rolling my own. So I'd sit there after the game, and then I'd have loads of taps, and then I'd come on at half time.
It's true. It's true. He did. We've got a good joke here there, full of deaf enders.
Well, yeah, that's class.
Could not understand Ted's Chinese accent. Actually, stop that. You know what I mean? I'm reading this one before I bring it up. Hang on.
Ted, can I just point out that you look like a menopausal woman going through some sort of breakdown at night? So you've got like.
I feel. Do you know? I feel like one as well. I really do. I've got a proper hot flash at the minute.
Well, get yourself down Osborne's and air it off.
You know what, mate? We should do that though. When it opens, we should go down in full cycle gear and just neck loads of pints sat on it. Me and you, like helmets, bum bags.
I've got to let us in after we've slated them.
And then we'll do that thing what all cyclists do, and we'll just hop off the saddle and have a shit in the floor, and then.
Yeah, I'll take loads of performance-enhancing drugs.
Off a key. Yeah, you know what I mean? So there we go.
Yorkshire, that's why it never came through Teesside. Could have offered anything like that. Oh, yeah. It's only a tenner. I mean, sorry.
Oh, there we go. Tony, Ted was nicknamed the Tampax in 1 week and out for 3.
That is also correct.
I was always covered in blood. I'm so sorry. We've stooped to the level of menstruation joke now,
this is what you get for not planning anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's talking about it.
Just as like a word of warning, manners out there. We don't plan or rehearse any of this. We meet at 5 to 7 in a little green room off camera, and we go, "What we're going to do today? I don't know. Let's just talk about soap flange and see what happens." So it's improvised, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah, Ted, have you been watching anything good on the telly anyway? because I've been watching this Below Deck flange with Broadback, and it's mint. It's about loads of posh people on a boat who get booked all the time.
Below Deck.
Below Deck, you know, and if it's South African, it could be Below Deck. No, it's Below Deck.
What are you doing below the deck?
It's class, honestly. There's some right flange on there you want to have a watch.
I've been watching In the Line of Duty, and I've got to say, it's got probably some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. In the Line of Duty.
But it has that bird off
This is England.
No, of Train Spotting.
Oh, Trent, you want to vote Rachel? No.
No,
What's
she
she called?
was also in Boardwalk Empire.
She's called Rachel McKenzie or something like that. I don't know.
It's the type of girl that you're like, yeah, I might have a chance there. Do you know what I mean?
She, all right, you just like her in the school uniform and Train Spotting when she gets a snapper out. That's it.
No, yeah, you know me. I go for a lot more mature than that. You
Kelly
know,
McDonald, she's called, I think.
She's mint. She's mint, whoever she is. Hey, Ted, can I ask a question to the wider male audience out there?
Yeah.
Right, girls, are you right? You can answer this as well if you want. But do any of you have like a super king-size bed, right? Because Broadback's got one. And if you found when you have a class mattress, right, you can actually knock a quick cheeky wank out in the morning, and because the mattress is that firm, they can't feel it. Does it happen, or is it just me?
Mate.
They're over in a different time zone. You can just knock a wank out, or you even looking at your phone, looking at a bit of porno, and then just, you know.
It's true. The thing is, in my king-size bed, I can knock a cheeky wank out inside Julie and she doesn't feel it. So,
I just want to know if it's me, or am I just disgusting? Well,
sometimes, for me, it's just like thumb and calamari. It's just like, you know, a bit droopy. So,
you know me, I don't eat meat, so you're just spoiling everything else for me.
Listen, I was talking about In the Line of Duty and the bad acting on it, right? All right, you've got that bird out with This Is England in it, right? Who's she's quite androgynous, is it? I think that's the word. Androgynous, yeah. She doesn't quite do it for me, but I could understand why people would want to have a little pump of her. But the worst thing in this, right? The acting in it, every week it's just like, no, don't talk to me about bent coppers. Every week it's just something like that. Jesus, Mary, Mother and Christ, bent coppers.
Why you've got it wrong, right? Well, you can be any sexual orientation as a copper nowadays.
Why don't it's wrong, isn't it?
Well, so what if you like Todger? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
The funny thing is, as well, that Kelly MacDonald is a bent copper in it, isn't she, as well?
Well, I should be classed. Doom.
Oh my God. Yeah, but it is a really, really bad. But you have to watch it because everyone else is watching it. You know what I mean? Have you been watching anything else?
No, I'm not watching it. I'm watching Below Deck. That's all I'm watching at the minute, like on repeat.
I've been watching, right, on Netflix. I don't know if anyone out there's seen it. It's a Scottish sitcom called Still Game.
Oh, I've seen loads of it. Well, that's been out
brilliant.
For years.
It's brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it.
It's been out for years. That's class. Still Game.
Yeah, I know. I watched it when it first came out briefly. Look at my fringe there. It's wonky as fuck. But I've started to get back into it, and I absolutely love it. I recommend it if anyone's looking for something to watch on Netflix. Watch Still Game. It's very funny. I've got a big lump of wax in that ear there.
I recommend, right, if you want like a bit of a retro fix, there's this class thing on Netflix, right, and it's set in New York, and it's got loads of people in it that are friends, right, and they hang about in a coffee shop, and there's a couple of birds, and there's like this bloke in it as well, and like there's a dead funny lad in it who's class, and there's like a handsome lad who's like, well, I am going to book all the birds. I mean, you never see any flange on out, but it is class. The theme tune's all right as well. Do you remember the Rembrandts did that song, I'll Be There For You? It's that one. But it's class. I think it's called Mates or Boys or something. It's class.
I let everyone's seen it, and everyone's seen Aniston's nipple lits in it.
Well, really? Well, no one told me, but I'm enjoying it. It's class.
Some other good recommendations here. Ozark. If you've not watched Ozark, it's probably my favourite ever box set I've ever watched. It is class. Queen of the, if you've got iPlayer, watch 2 Doors Down, unreal. I'll come if you live 2 doors down. I'll come down. So, Queen of the South back next week. If you've ever watched one of my recommendations, right, is Banshee. If you've never watched Banshee before, watch it. Right, it's proper class. It's got everything in it. And I tell you what, man, and Julie's sex life went through the roof after watching Banshee because she's just scuttling loads of class Amish birds in it all the time.
Is it better? Is it better than that one about the fighting? Do you know where there was like
Kingdom?
Kingdom, well, where they were just scuttling all the time on Kingdom.
Yeah, with that like Mexican bird who keeps getting pummeled.
Well, class, man.
Oh, I'm glad we get into some really in-depth conversations here on the TED Talks live Facebook podcast. You know, it's quality stuff.
If you notice, have you seen this show? Have you seen that bird in it? Well, I'd love to scuttle her. That seems to be the sort of, do you know what I mean?
We like to think of it. You're sat in a pub on a bike seat with your mate. And you can just talk about anything that comes in your head. And, you know, nobody has any qualms. Nobody's bothered. Nobody's offended. So nobody's a little doily snowflake.
Yeah, no one goes to the bar. I mean, yeah, that's quite a bad thing, Ted. We need to go to the bar soon.
Sophie's a Bottom fan as well. My idol is Mr. Rick Mail. So that's good.
The best episode of Bottom is when they're at the fairground, by the way. It's class. The whole basic thing is them sat down in a
gypsy swines.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely class.
Good. Right. Oh, well, someone's just, what's it? Read? You read? No, he's puzzled me now, you know what I mean?
Drop the Dead Donkey was funny, but yeah.
Good. I think we've had another good chat tonight, Mala. I think it's almost time to end the show. Have you got anything you want to plug or sell or do?
Yeah. Can I plug something? Can you stop picking Stones for England? I don't care if he plays for Man City, he's shite. Can you pick someone else, please, Gareth? There you go. That's for me. I'm done.
I don't agree with that. I think Stones is all right. I think you need to stop picking Calvin Phillips. He's like he's like a crab with good air, right? He offers nothing. And Rice, oh my God, you know what I mean? He's just crap.
Well, no, Stones. Yeah, I'm not having it. He gets caught all the time. I'm sick of him. Get him out. Get Fry in. Oh, Gibbo, because Gibbo will be in the Premier League next season. Go on, Ben. He can go play for England from Norwich. Yeah.
Gasman episode. I think I agree with them, Ali. Gasman. Woo!
Is that Ted? Is that where he goes through the floor and he lands on that bloke who's booking his missus?
Right.
Is that the Gasman episode?
Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, that's meant that.
Brian Glover. What are you two doing round here?
Yeah, that's class, that one.
It's good. Yeah.
I might watch Bottom tonight, you know. I might just put it on. I might watch Bottom.
I don't have any choice. Julie's doing Davina McCall workout in the living room when I go in here. So I'll just be all Bottom. You know what I mean?
I thought it was Kirsty McCall workout. She just gets smashed with Shane McGowan.
Oh, Emma Bennett said, Fawlty Towers back on the BBC. I noticed that the women didn't have bras on, wouldn't have nips on show like that now. It's very true, Emma. I do appreciate a good nipple.
Why don't you bring it back? That's all I'm saying. You get in touch with your girl pals and say, listen, we need nipples back. You could bring it back.
I think Lucy better see me on the weather should do it topless. There you go, I've said it.
That's the first time. Every time you write that, the points of view, it never gets read out.
I know. I think I'd be quite good at hosting points of view. Do you?
No, because everything would get round to, what about what happened in Israel last week? Yeah, that's right, but that weather girl in Israel's quite smart, isn't she?
Yeah. But I must add there, Persian lasses are quite smart. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Good. Right then, we're gonna sort of end the show now. But thank you very much for watching again tonight. We'll be back next Thursday with more shite and drivel. Please download and listen to the podcast. Share it. Comes out every Wednesday. We're going to stop at 100 episodes. We're at 90 episodes now. Then we've got a lovely surprise for you all coming up during the European Championships as well. Me and Mala. We're only going for it, aren't we, mate? So, going to be class. More announcements on that soon, but it's going to be mint. It's going to be a live show. That's also going to be a podcast in a pub. How good's that going to be? Me and you, Mala, in a pub talking shit on a bike seat.
Not in Osborne, so.
No. What's sitting for an hour on a bike seat? You know what I mean? So, Good. Yeah, thank you very much. Just before I go, I'd just like to say, just top flange there. And, thank you to the sponsors, Showcase Comedy, Butterfan TV, Last Stop to Edinburgh, and the George Pub and Grill in Stockton, who sponsor the podcast. Give them a follow on Facebook. Some quality comedy shows from Showcase Comedy and the Last Stop to Edinburgh as well, coming up in Stockton and Leeds as well. So well worth a bet there, sorry. And there we go. I think that's about it, mate. So I guess it's time to say farewell.
Well,
We'd leave him with one last side mouse. Well, see you next week. Up the bury, you fucking dials.